Alrighty, how's it going everyone? Jonathan here with Boston Collectors, bringing you my very first rapid review video for Endgame Thanos. So let's go ahead and dive into the face sculpt. It looks very similar to what we've seen from Infinity War Thanos that was created by Hot Toys previously. As you can see here, we also have that very film accurate scar on the side of his face. The face sculpt overall, as far as the indentations in his head, the eyes, everything is very similar to what we've seen from Thanos in Endgame. Let's go ahead and dive into the details. As you can see here, we've got the scarring from his past battles. You can definitely tell that he's worn this armor before. He's also got the bluing from blaster fire and things of that nature. It's something that you would typically see from somebody who have fought in previous battles, and they definitely capture that in the detailing. Keep in mind that there is in fact a magnetic component to the shoulder armor here, which I think is a very nice touch. So let's go ahead and move on to the accessories. We've got this action face sculpt Thanos here, movie accurate detailing. Again, we have the indentations here in his head sculpt. Everything's just very accurate in case you want to recreate a scene with your Endgame Thanos. Next up, we also have the helmet. I particularly don't utilize it. I don't like it. But again, we have that beautiful weathering. We have the battle damage detail in it. Overall, gorgeous helmet and definitely worth putting on if you like it. Hot Toys also went ahead and added some foam underneath the helmet. That way, if you're one of those posers who are actively switching head sculpts or removing the helmet off and on, and it's going to freely move without any restrictions. And here, as you can see, I'm going to also showcase just how easily the helmet can be placed on the head sculpt. As you can see here, it's nice and roomy. It's not too tight, and it's not too loose. It's loose enough. And then, as you can see here, when we remove it, it's very easy to take off. And here we have the relaxed hand sculpt, which if you want to pose him as a very relaxed, menacing sort of villain, definitely worth putting this on. I'm only going to show one hand out of the left and right. Bear that in mind. And now moving on to this grip-like gesture. I find if you want to recreate your favorite battle scene in Endgame, this might be great for that. If you want to hold Iron Man's helmet, if you want to hold Thanos' helmet, it's great for that too. Captain America, Thor. I feel like this is a very great hand sculpt for that reason. Moving on to the balled up fist. This is one that I actually have currently on my Thanos. I want him to stand there menacing with his fist balled up, but again, you can actually recreate your favorite scenes, maybe him punching Iron Man or punching Thor. It's totally up to you and how you want to do it. But I chose more of a menacing hand. Now this particular hand is very difficult to deal with. I actually have that holding his sword. Very rough to try to put that dual sword in the hand. In fact, I would recommend heating it up, but be very careful with doing so. And then we also have the Infinity Gauntlet. Gorgeous paint detail, very golden. Film accurate, it looks incredible. I feel like the stones look great. I'm not going to put the batteries in the compartment though, due to, out of fear of corrosion, of course, but I have it in my Infinity War Thanos. I might end up removing that later, but as you can see here, we have this compartment, which is very easy to access. You have your on and off switch, very easy to place that back on, and you're good to go. We also have this articulation, which can go up and down. If you would like to ball up the fist to curve it inward a little bit for a bit more realism. Next up, we also have the hand, which is actually attachable to the gauntlet. Again, beautifully painted, looks really nice. As you can see here, the fingers are posable, they're articulated. The stones look really nice. Underneath, again, you're going to detach the fist from the Infinity Gauntlet, which you can see here. Very difficult though. I had a slight issue after removing the open-handed gauntlet. You don't want to push that down too far. This component here, that ball, that's going to light the Infinity Stones in the articulated hand. So as you can see here, we're going to go ahead and put that on the gauntlet. Again, don't be too forceful with it. You want it to be on, but you don't want to force it on too hard. And I think it looks incredible. Really, really nicely done. And again, we have the articulation here where we can go up and down, not left and right, of course. Again, to provide a bit more realism and posing. Totally up to you and how you want to do it. I will personally go with the open-handed articulated fingers, but it's up to you. And last but not least, in the accessories, we have this gorgeous dual-bladed sword that Thanos wields in Endgame. I chose to leave the hand on, apologies for that, but it's very difficult trying to put that hand on. We have incredible detailing here. We have the weathering on the tips of the blade. We have the engraved markings that you can see here on the sword itself. The hand gripping segment of it isn't leather, that's plastic, so bear that in mind. Just overall, this sword is beautiful. Very, very well crafted. Be careful though, you might not want to put your eye out with it. It's very, very sharp at the tips. It isn't metal, it is plastic. And that's going to go ahead and wrap it up for Endgame Thanos. Overall, I'm very, very happy with it. Originally, I wasn't going to pick him up. I'm very glad that I did. It's really good next to my Infinity War Thanos, which I'm going to go ahead and also show you here. The color is, it isn't noticeable. It's very, 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 very slight, but in dark lighting, you can't really tell. Definitely one for your collection. If you're thinking about it, I would definitely say pick it up. If you'd like to see more, let us know down below in the comments section. And thank you for your support. Consider hitting the follow button, and we'll catch you guys on the flippity flop.